Please adopt, says Albania.
No.
Please adopt.
No.
Please adopt.
No.
Please adopt.
No.
Please.
Never.
Please adopt. It's so beautiful. Meanwhile, Russia in the background. Don't make cry, Russia. Russia still have a lot of friends. Meanwhile, all the friends of Russia. Yeah. Okay. Russia is so lonely. All because of no German Europe. Yeah, there's definitely a pretty big difference between the EU's friends and Russia's friends. We have Belarus ball once again. This time they have 5 eyes and they're holding a Soviet Union flag. They probably want to go back to those days. We have India and Syria and some chaotic things happening out here. Meanwhile, we have the EU literally having to reject multiple offers of friendship. And a lot of these offers are coming from the Balkan region. Well, actually, no, this one's Georgia. But yeah, all those balls are trying to join the European Union. The green represent all the candidate countries, so maybe one day, maybe one day they could be friends. Although Georgia is just a potential candidate for right now. The EU has too many friends and Russia has too little. Oh shit. Whoa, slow down there, Ohio. What? Toxic spill, poison water, black cloud of death. Good. Oh, I guess this Canadian province doesn't like that other one too much. I'm obviously not anywhere close to an expert at identifying the Canadian provincial flags, but just with like the setup of the joke, I knew that was going to be Alberta laughing at the death of Ontario. They're just not really fans, since I've heard Alberta is like the Texas of Canada. So the Ohio train derailment has caused an ecological disaster. I guess this is the US's plan to fix everything. Problem is we don't even need a fan. It's just kind of getting taken to different places naturally because of the wind, which is not really a comforting thought. I love that the USA ball is the only one that can understand Ohio. Breathing in the dark, lying on its side, the ruins of the day painted with a scar. I grieve to stereo, the stereo sounds strange. Just know that if you hide, it doesn't go away. Wait, this is starting to sound familiar. If I get out of bed, you'll see me standing all alone, horrified on the stage. My little dark age. Oh, that's what it's from. I thought this was some like song lyrics I was reading. Now, where's the beat drop at? I love how this song made like a comeback randomly. So this is a look back at the 1-year anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which actually makes this whole thing a lot more depressing with this context. And here they are literally on a stage as the US, the EU, NATO, everyone seems to be watching. Oh, that's deep. Now I'm depressed. A libertarian speaking to a monarchist, we need a smaller government. I agree. The government should just be one guy. The monarchist would believe that, wouldn't he? Since he kind of wants all the decision to be in the power of like one king or queen. And we all gotta at least admit that it is pretty simple. I have to imagine it would take a lot faster than just a year to explain, because I had to take a US government class. We can pretty much summarize this thing in 5 seconds. Could have guessed these two ideologies getting along. Oh no, Germany's invading me, screams Poland. Don't worry, Poland. Your faithful ally, France, is here. Poke. Mission accomplished. France is the greatest. Curvewa. Yes, that is definitely mission accomplished there, I guess, France. When the No-No Germans invaded Poland back in WW2, France wasn't really able to distract them too much from the other side. It was quite literally just like barely a poke, and then Germany was able to pretty easily take over Poland. This was, of course, before France capitulated. This was during the era of World War II known as the Phony War, or the very beginning part when no one really took it seriously. Between September 1939 and April 1940, there was little fighting, or at least comparatively to how big it was about to get. And of course, the Germans would take Paris, France just a couple months later. Guessing this broken promise refers to how the French were supposed to help Poland survive. Burger, says the USA. Tea, responds the British. Vodka, says the Soviet Union. Then there's No-No Germany, but what do they have? Oh, that's right. They have waffles. Loof waffles, to be exact. I don't really know what type that is. No, this was actually the German Air Force during WW2, and memes like this is the reason why I cannot pronounce this word, or I guess for that matter, even spell it correctly either. Yeah, it was basically the aerial branch of the German military before and during WW2. Ended up almost making 120,000 aircraft. I didn't even know that was a number we were able to find out. Weirdly, now I'm just kind of getting hungry. Belarus says, it's time for your eye exam. How many fingers am I holding up? Of 2, responds Poland. Wait, this is from the POV of Belarus. Why are they seeing double? Yeah, no, it's clearly 4. You're gonna need some strong glasses. My eyes are tingly, says Poland as they bounce away. Weird, because these glasses look like Poland should have a 3rd eye there, which they don't. Belarus had one of these, though. So you have noticed before, Belarus is often drawn with 3 eyes. That's just like the normal joke, at least in the Countryball universe, that is. And that is a reference to the Chernobyl disaster in 1986. All that radiation turned Belarus ball into a mutant, I guess. It looks like having 3 eyes does not necessarily help with vision at all. Our brains are used to taking 2 images from both of our eyes and make it into 1, but probably not 3. Apologize for war crimes, screams all these Asian countries to Japan. Stop acting like an imperialist, says all these Asian countries to China. Stop threatening us with nukes, says all these Asian countries to North Korea. We despise K-pop, says all these Asian countries to South Korea. Finally, we have all these Asian countries just screaming Taiwan's name, and that's enough. They don't really have to have a reason. I'm sorry, little guy. It's probably just because literally everybody wants you. They all want you. I mean, Japan used to have you before, and I'm sure the Koreas would love that too. The Koreans would like a nice island getaway vacation. Seems like they're having a fun time over there in East Asia. Alright, we're going over how to form a town again, says the USA ball. You want to find you a place with some good resources, and eventually it will become a big city. Make it nice so more people want to live there. My accent sucks now. Great job, Tennessee. Wait, we don't just build our towns in the middle of nowhere. C-tier, Wyoming. Wherever there's gold, I guess. Oh, or if it looks really cool, California's getting a B for better. What about you, Texas? My favorite. I know how to. First, you build a Dairy Queen, then a town forms around it. Where does the T rating get on the A through F grading system? Did I mess up again? No, yes. So this refers to an inside joke made by a lot of Texans. Settlements in this state are usually formed around the town's Dairy Queen. That or honestly around the town's Walmart. Apparently some places kids like to just go to a Walmart parking lot on a Friday night. That's what they do for fun. Wait, now that I think about it, I think I've spent a Friday or 2 just chilling in a parking lot. Every state likes to form towns in different ways. Poland saying, I'm gonna memorize all of the Cyrillic alphabet. 8 hours later. Of look, am no Cyrillic now. Now I'm gonna memorize all the Chinese characters. 10 decades later, yeah, not exactly that simple. He was halfway knowing a quarter of all of it. Not bad. Apparently there's over 50,000 characters in the Chinese language. An educated person only knows 8,000 characters, but you'll only need about 2,000 to 3,000 to be able to read a newspaper. What if I know 0? What does that give me? Honestly, if there were like 50,000 of these, it probably would take your entire life to memorize all of them. All 50,000. Especially if you don't have Chinese as a native tongue. You start at like 20. I don't know if it's gonna work. Maybe. I would like to not try it though. Thought of it just kind of absolutely terrifies me. Why is Europe most peaceful and beautiful? Me jealous of them. I want to have peace life. Not like Asians. We have chaos and I don't like this. Meanwhile, actually in Europe, me always have debt, says Greece. Give Crimea or I'll oof you. How could this day get any worse? Responds Ukraine. Give independencia, give independencia, give independencia. I don't like this, says Spain. Ah yes, my life is peaceful today. How could things go wrong, says Cyprus. I love the ominous turkey in the background. Transylvania's mine, says Hungary. No, it's mine, says Romania. Yeah, unfortunately, not Poland ball. It's actually Indonesia ball here. Every continent has probably a lot of chaos they're dealing with. Indonesia was specifically looking at the chaos in the Philippines, Israel, Palestine, of anger between India and Pakistan, Chinese balloons and whatnot. Hey, to be fair for Greece, though, things are starting to get a little bit better economically. Okay, and this just keeps getting worse and worse. I will say, considering, you know, like the world wars and everything like that, just history in general, Europe has become a lot more peaceful. Probably for the best for everyone, though. Wow, I be lovings this, says the USSR. I be lovings this? Oh no. No! Meanwhile, that Soviet Union flag completely dissolves into just the Russian ball. The first ever McDonald's opened in the Soviet Union back January 31st, 1990. It was approximately 38,000 customers waiting in lines for hours. Then that began the long process of the entire Soviet Union collapse, which they would do that a year later. So many people credit McDonald's as finally destroying the Soviet Union after so long. That or Pizza Hut, which opened up in 1990 as well. It's funny because this is kind of a joke, but at the same time, it's kind of not. These companies really did bring down the Soviet Union in a way. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most French of them all? What? Says France in anger. You asked the question in broken English. What did you expect? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Quebec, you're more French than me? Whatever this word is, they scream. That is the most French word I am ever heard in my entire life. After hearing that word, France was so in shock that they forgot to speak French. They just gave up on it themselves. They're like, nope, you guys are the true French speakers. I guess Quebec here likes to translate literally everything. They won't settle for loan words from other languages. How did France get beaten in their own game? Oh, this is bad. Very, very bad. How is it bad, says Canada. You're giving billions to Ukraine so they win. I know, Ukraine is my little buddy. I want them to win. But look at all this fiction I've created to make it seem like Russia is this big, strong bad guy. And do you know how strong my military-industrial complex is because we thought that Russia was strong? I need him to be strong and scary. He trades 1,000 soldiers for every mile he takes. I need a new bad guy. Hi, I'm here to mess up the entire Earth's order to take a small island. China is so smart. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. No one is more relieved of a new bad guy coming into town than the USA. They always gotta have a big baddie to keep making a bunch of tanks and planes and things like that. Also, most importantly, fiction. Don't forget about fiction. Now we need to recreate this Rocky movie, but with an updated bad guy. Only problem is that's probably never gonna happen because Hollywood needs that box office industry. There goes my idea for a Rocky, I don't know, 8 at this point. And big thanks to my patrons. Drew, I forgot to kidnap you. Next date is March 19th, 2023. The Polish, Lithuanian, Commonwealth, Taylor,
Portugal
John,
is
Denver,
not Balkans.
good old RyeThePie,
Iowa,
aka
Barbados
Drew, if you don't come to
ball.
Krakow,
Drew's
Poland, I will find you.
Argentinian
Grandpa,
$20 is a lot.
aPhatNarwhal.
Why am I doing
Taylor,
this?
Drew does
Drew's
everything
goth
for $20.
girlfriend, Draven's annoying
Luxembourg's
friend,
extent.
Robert
RyeThePie.
animation,
The Mexican
Twickenhamster.
760.